if I can see us. Hey, Bean Beauties, if there's anybody out there, say hello, please, while we get everything connected. I don't think that you're quite on there yet, even though it says we've launched. Yeah, because they have a delay. Yay! Cami says she's in the car and she'll catch us later. Okay, Cami, that's a-okay. Please drive safely.
Oh,
Um,
I see it now.
okay, good. It still hasn't come on yet on my end, but let me go see. Oh, I think it just
We're like
yay!
frozen on there.
It just came on. Okay, now I need to mute that. Okay. Whoop. All right, Bean Beauties, don't forget to go to your chat filter, go from top chats to all chats, and you'll be able to see everything as it comes in. All righty, Bean Beauties, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. I know this is an early time slot, so we'll probably have very few in here. um Chats with Chris. Hey babe, how are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that you're here. Miss ya, I know you're doing a lot of on your WhatsApp business. I'm still afraid of that. Hey Jackie, Jack's bag attack is here. Thank you so much for coming in, Jackie.
Love her.
I
Hey,
know you're
Jackie.
listening in. She's at work. She's at work. Hey Craig, hey Birkin boy, welcome in. How are
Hey.
you doing? She's says hi. Burger Boy Craig says hi Dee Dee, hi Jorgelina, hi everybody. Yay. Today is Christmas in July, so the tree is on season. Exactly, exactly. I'm not doing anything this year for Christmas in July with cat catching the candy cane. I'm like, it was too much. I had to give something up. Hi, Lavita with Kim. Welcome in. Welcome in. Glad to see you. Mariah, you made it today. She says, hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Jorgelina. Hi, everyone. Andrea, AKB Bags. Hello. Welcome in. What I really love is there's a whole different dynamic of people who are in the afternoon versus who are in the evening and who are in
Yeah.
the late evenings. I have several who manage to make them all, but I love that because you see different people during the day than you see at the night, and I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I
Um,
wouldn't be able to come to the live ones during the school year, like
oh
this time.
yeah,
The late ones I can, but
you can,
usually
but
this
not
one.
during there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ladies look beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
On that note, Craig, I am going to get started as far as introducing our guest today. Our guest today is Jorgelina from Jorgelina's Journey. Yay! And I want to thank her because I had to reschedule her from last week because I was sick. And so she was so graciously allowed me to move it forward to today. So I did pin her. I think I did pin her. Did I pin you or did I pin your pin?
I see the pin that says "I love you, Cami."
I pinned the wrong thing. Okay, here. Let me pin her channel up to the top. That's funny. Replace pin. Okay, there you go. Now her channel is up at the top. So if you have not subscribed to her yet or checked her out yet, please do so. We'd greatly appreciate it. And Jorgelina, thank you for being here. I would love for you to start with just a little bit about yourself, a little bit of what you'd like to tease us about your channel, and then I'll go in because I do have some questions I've been wanting to ask you.
Awesome. Well, I'm Jorgelina. I just recently switched over to this side of YouTube. I did take a long break from YouTube for a while. I am a very passionate person about a lot of different things. I have a lot of different passions, and I am very proudly Argentine. So I'm from Argentina, and it comes out a lot. Yeah, I'm very very proud of my roots. I think
Hey,
that's as much as I can
we
say.
we are big soccer football fans in our household. Our son played for many years. My daughter did it too, but she mainly did cartwheels on the field.
Yeah.
But our son played select ball. He played actually with was it a Argentina team or was it a I'm not sure. He played with several teams that were as far they were select teams, but primarily, uh Spanish speaking team. So he was a
That's
goalie
awesome.
trying to maneuver without having any Spanish background. Even though we're Hispanic, even though I'm Hispanic, my husband is not. He's white. So my son and daughter say they're whitesicans. Um, but that journey, but we know
Messi?
Messi, huh?
Messi?
Yes, Messi. Sorry, my brain's not working. And all of that, we watched all of that. We watched all of the stuff. So when you were showing your love for the game and everything, going, yeah, we watching it too. We
I
watch
was
it
so
too.
excited. Oh my god, it was so exciting.
Yeah, yeah. But you're sporting the hometown heroes though shirt though instead of Messi though, right? You
Yeah, so Messi is actually from the same town, but I had a Di Maria jersey. He just retired,
Oh,
so
okay,
that
that's right.
championship game was his last game.
Ah,
But he, my family is very split between the two teams that they played in their youth, Messi
always
and
is.
Di
Yeah,
Maria.
right. Yes.
So I have both jerseys, but Di Maria is, I don't. He's just so proud to be from our town. Not that
Right.
Messi isn't, but he's very vocal about it. So
Exactly. Yeah. And it
yeah.
just makes a little bit of different, makes a little bit of different. Is that baby girl keeping you busy? Oh, oh, hi Melissa. Melissa's corner. Welcome in. Melissa got a new puppy and she's
Oh, yay.
adorable. Yes, but it's like, it's I think a puppy dog is worse than a puppy baby. A
Yeah.
lot of stuff. I'm gonna go find my notes because where are my notes? I'm gonna start off the bat with you too because I want you to answer the question. Introvert, extrovert,
I think ambivert.
ambivert. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
I think
y'all.
it's
It's
just a,
those are ambivert answer ones are the ones who don't want to admit to themselves they're one or
no,
the
no.
other.
So I think I'm really extroverted at times.
Uh huh.
But I do have to be really comfortable. So, like for example, if you know, I think I've only been on YouTube a couple months now in this side where like I'm showing my face. And at the beginning, I feel like you can see that reserve side of me. But as soon as I get a
Right.
little bit of comfort, I am very
Yeah.
extroverted. But it's really easy for me to tone it down. You know, like so
Right.
it's just like I know that when you're like my husband, who's like a true extrovert, he can't tone it down. Like he's just like always there. Um, and then me when I could, so like I could tone it down. Maybe not my voice
So
because
when
I
you
talk
go
really
into a
loud. But
situation, so I guess I'm probably going to change how I ask the questions now. When you go into a situation that's unknown, what do you normally do? What are your normal traits to do?
yeah, I'm very reserved. I'm very
Okay.
watchful. I
Okay.
look, and
Okay.
then
So
I
then
need
you're
my
you're
in.
introvert, right? Okay. So
Yeah,
then in my world, for my purposes, introvert,
yeah,
and that's because that's the thing. That well, that's one of the things when I did my classes and when I did my stuff. Um, was it was funny because I of course everybody knew I was extrovert, but as far as there's also a scale of your intuition and your if you're left brain right brain, we delved into all of that kind of stuff or whatever. So I was definitely off the chart. Not everything was intuition on me versus nothing that I actually is that not the word's not intelligent wise. I'm sorry, it escapes
yeah,
me. And I go, well, I said, a lot of people, I would tell them in the classroom, I said, here's the thing. I answered it honestly and how you're supposed to do it. Y'all are answering it how, you're in your 50s, and some of them,
yeah.
laters have learned to maneuver. The questions are supposed to be answered. What is your natural tendencies,
Yeah. So
And
when I did the Myers Briggs test,
that's
same
the
thing through
one. That's
college.
the one.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you know
I
exactly.
get
Yeah.
ENFJ. So I get
Okay.
extroverted.
Yes.
ENFJ is every time and
Yes.
answering it honestly. So,
Yes. Yeah.
but I
And
think it does take me a little bit. Like
right.
I need
And
to
it's
reach my
hard.
comfort zone.
So it's hard, especially when you've grown and you change things because even though you think it's instinctually that you're assessing a situation, but it's really not. It's your learned behavior that you've
Yeah.
learned how you're doing it. Yeah, because I can, and there has been time, and believe me, there has been times, especially during the shutdown times and when we were just coming out of that and everything. I was like a whole different person. It was like because
Yeah.
I you had to be because of the climate of the nation and the climate of things that were going on. You had to be very reserved, very whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, so there was a time period where people were going, are you okay? Or thought I was an introvert or whatever. I was like, no, no, but
Yeah.
and it's not who I normally, naturally, instinctually am. It's just how I have to learn to be, you know. But that's how it is. We all have to learn, you know. We
Yeah.
all learn. Being a teacher. Thank
Yeah,
you
I
very
mean,
much.
being a teacher, you have to put yourself out there, but I wasn't the kind of teacher I am now when I first started.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay, so how long have you been teaching? Let's go down that path first.
6 years. 6 years.
Okay, 6 years.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. So you started a few years before. So you went through the whole nightmare of, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. That was like right at the beginning. I went through all that
Yeah. So
nightmare
you were
of
pretty new. Ooh, so that was, I mean,
yeah.
that was tough. That was tough. Okay, let me go see who's all here. Oh, Cammy, she's at a red light.
Yeah.
Cammy, behave yourself. She's at a red light saying hello. Stop it. Morella, welcome
No,
in.
drive
Hi, how
safe.
you doing? Lonnie, how you doing? He says, jab that Prada button for Coach Dee Dee. I love you, Lonnie. You crack me up. You crack me up. Excuse me. Sorry, chat. Sorry, replay beauties. I still have the residuals of the cold. You know, I'm over the big hump stuff, but um yesterday's live, I went straight from this position. I went straight to the bedroom and to the bed and laid down. I would have slept in my clothes that I was on the live yesterday, but I just happened to throw my pajamas over the bed handle, and I was like, okay, well I can at least do that. So I changed that, but what little makeup I had on, everything was there. I was just exhausted. I can't believe how much, I mean, I know how much energy you exert, but when you're
Yeah.
sick, you know, and I was like, but I had so much fun. But I paid for it later. Um, I want to talk about um okay, so what was the name of your channel when it was a teacher only channel? I think you had a name in between because you and I had kind of had a conversation, and then now it's Jorgelina's journey out and out, like visually,
Yeah.
visually, and so I want to kind of talk about that and the transitions of that, and I want to talk about um, what had made you pivot. What made you pivot, and so drastically, and how is that going? How is that going?
Yeah, so my first channel was called, well, I mean, when I first started the channel, I think it says like 08, 09. I started it because I wanted to comment. I've always been
Oh yes, yes,
really supportive of other YouTube. Like it was always kind of like something I wanted to do, but never brave enough.
right.
So I had my channel, it was just my name, Jorgelina, and in that time, my maiden name. And then I would post here and there little things about my son, which have now all been deleted. He's almost 18. But then when COVID hit, I know we were just kind of talking a little bit about it. I was in the middle of teaching. I was a brand new teacher, but I am very passionate about just tech in general, technology in the
Yeah.
classroom, and bringing out 21st century students. Like those are all the things that I was really passionate about going into teaching. So I kind of took the reins as the newest teacher on campus to train everybody how to use Zoom, how to create digital activities, how to do this, how to do that. So I started a Facebook page with two other girls that I met. One of them actually lives in Scotland. We met online and we started this Facebook group to make those activities that I was consistently teaching other people how to do. And that group blew up. I mean, it has over 60,000 teachers in there. And we
Wow.
would share things for free. So then I started a teachers pay teachers account because people were like, you need to post these, you need to put them up for sale, you need to put they take you so much time. And I started that. It was called It's Mathgic because I teach math. So it's Mathgic. It's the name of my teachers pay teacher store. But I don't know, something inside of me didn't really want to sell them. I liked sharing them for free,
Yeah,
right? I
I
felt
understand. Yeah.
like just making it accessible
Right,
was
right.
why we started that group. Why so little by little I started taking things down. My teachers pay teachers account is still live, but because I feel like that helps people find me. But then it's like
Right.
everything that I share, like, yeah, maybe you paid $3, but like please join me on YouTube where you can have it all for free, or
Right.
join me on
Right.
Facebook where there's hundreds and thousands that we've already shared. But then even that, I felt like I was always working, even though like that's was kind of like a hobby. I was
Right.
always just doing something
It was
mathy.
it was an extension of your job, your career.
Yeah.
You were just being generous with your knowledge and doing that. Okay.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
didn't want to stop that, but at the same time, I do struggle a lot with like self-esteem, and putting myself out there has always been kind of a struggle. So I stopped that. I didn't want to be on camera. I had to do it enough already since I teach virtually, and that is like it overexerts me to have to be
Yeah,
there,
yeah, which is what like kind of what we were just talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Gotcha. Okay, okay. So I can
yeah.
see, I understand. I understand. Yeah. I saw somebody, Bree, hi Bree. You joined us. Welcome in, Rael. I see them saying hello to Rael. I don't see your thing, but hello, Rael, as well too.
Yay.
I just wanted to say hello and acknowledge that they joined us. Okay, so you I can see how the evolution became like a double chore for you. Even though
Yeah.
you were doing this genuinely out of your heart and you wanted to do that, and it probably in some aspects made your life easier by sharing the information. You
Yeah.
I can see where that became kind of redundant for you. So then at that point, is that when you took a break, when you just kind of quit posting your stuff
Yeah,
on
so
your channel?
I quit posting, like and but I still, like, even till this day, one of those first like videos, I didn't post that many, but one of those videos, like, it still gets comments. I still get people
Wow.
asking me, so it's just like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I really love that. I love that part of me. I think I'm just like, it's just in me. It's innate
Yeah.
in me to teach and to
Right.
share that information. But I also don't, I know that's like, it's so one dimensional. Sometimes I feel like I don't want that. That's not the only thing that I am.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so much
totally
more.
understand, totally understand,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's so specific driven that
Yeah.
there's no room in that little area to do some fun like non-educator stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's hard to do that, and I understand. I mean, it's the same thing. Like I am nowhere. I'm not a professional at doing any of this stuff. I don't. I a rote learner, for myself. But yes, I try to help out. I mean, you know me. I probably tell you too many things. Like, hey, you know,
No, I appreciate
because
it.
thank you. Because
Yeah.
it's like I know it was hard for me to find out the information. And I feel like, why are we gatekeeping this stuff? YouTube makes it hard. And then when you do find something, what I have found in my experience is that I'll find whatever I need to do, but then it's outdated. It's like 3 months ago, 6 months ago, they've already changed the platform again, and they didn't update
Yeah.
their videos from a year ago, and so that video really doesn't help me at all, because it's like it's kind of useless because it's outdated. And I love technology as well too. It's really funny because I have jumped the channel, if you will. I used to be the young one helping my bosses, doing like what you're doing, and did all of that on in hands at where I was working at with my supervisors and stuff like that, teaching them, pulling them along with, okay, we got to use these tools, and I didn't know that much about the tools, but I knew more than them and enough to get them started, to where now I'm like, help, Kelly, because it is so quick. It is so instantaneous. It changes on a dime,
Yeah.
So if you learned something, 5 minutes ago, it was outdated an hour ago. It's like
Yeah.
it's difficult. So
I
I
think
commend
that's
you for
why.
doing that.
Yeah, and I think that's why I keep the teaching part as a live. So it's like, if you want to join me live, because even that's always changing. The features are always changing. How you
Right.
do certain things are always changing. So I'm gonna be working on it for my classroom anyway. So if you want to come and watch and ask me questions, then that's the time to do it.
I'm really glad, and I know, like, because we had a conversation, and I know a lot of people too. The big thing with the algorithm, the big thing with YouTube or whatever is that make a separate channel so that you can do this and make,
Yeah,
because then the algorithm doesn't know how to put you out and da 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 da. And you know what? The algorithm,
can figure it
it's
out.
a lot of work. Yeah, you can just go, because
Yeah,
it's a lot of work to manage one channel, much less two or three channels,
yeah,
and I guess if you're doing it to a degree of like a huge uh content creator would be doing it, that maybe it would be worth it. But it's like when you're in the numbers that we are at, you don't have enough bandwidth mentally, emotionally, or even on the YouTube to be able to get enough people for one channel, much less if you're doing two channels or three
yeah,
niche channels. So that's why I think I had suggested to you, there was somebody else who was trying to do it, and I was like, what I try to do is, like, on Sundays we're doing these items. So if you only want to watch this topic or this brand or this vlog or whatever, I try to stick those on Sundays. So if you're a vlog
yeah,
kind of person, because I have people who just want to watch vlogs and who are encouraging me do more vlogs, and I'm like, okay, that is like the worst thing that I feel like I do. But I have people in the vlog world now who are following me. I have somebody from, oh God, what was her place. She's far away. So she found me through the vlog hashtag, and everything. And she comments all the time when I do that. And I'm like, well, okay. I said, well, those will be on Sunday. So then she'll know that she'll look on Sundays. And she has dabbled on in some of the other stuff.
yeah,
So then whatever I'm doing, if I'm doing on unboxings, these are the days I'm doing those. So I think that if you kind of set days and have sort of a schedule, I think that worked, because it's too much work to do it the other
yeah,
way. It's too much work. All right, talking about work chats, if I'm going to read the chats in a second, but if you have questions, specific questions about on the teaching aspects, we're going to get ready into the actual transition in just a second after I read the chats. But if you have questions, let me know. Make sure that you put some kind of sign up. Whatever mods I have left, help me keep an eye out for them. Let me go in real quick and see the questions now. Monica, Cami says, just walked in, a hard time for me. She'll be back, no problem. Morella says, channels that are too professional can get boring. Exactly. Yeah, they
yeah,
can be. They can be. And Monica says, teaching is always changing. I started with a board, then transparencies, the PowerPoints. Now teach on my iPad. Yeah, you're old school. You're old school. You're old school. I used
I
to
use
love. I
my
still
iPad.
love it.
I
I
use my
still
iPad
love
as a
it.
board.
I still love the transparencies, you would see the teacher's hands and it's up on there. I loved all that. I loved all that. Birkenboy says, a lot of professional content creators aren't doing anything but filming. They have managers, editors, even people responding to
True.
comments makes it much easier. Yes, and that is a
Yeah,
big, big thing. It's a big thing. I think Super Jacob was talking about, he was watching a traveling vloggers, and it appears to be just like, as a husband and a wife, or a two-person thing. And he says they're setting up shots here. And when you do a channel, or when you're a technical person like he is, like you are, Jorgelina, how I am,
yeah,
your brain doesn't just look at the entertainment. It's like, well, how the heck did they do that? How the heck?
yeah,
What I finally come to realize is the fact is, people, what they get to the content creators get to a certain point, they have production teams, whether it's a paid
yeah,
production team or whether it's a volunteer production team. They have somebody other than their one little person you, one little person me, one little person
yeah.
Craig, who are doing it. I don't even have my hubs who helps me do that. He's my biggest cheerleader, and and he's the biggest one who will benefit if I get monetized so he can get retired. But he's got well, I'm not gonna say 40 hour. He has to mandated, he's salaried, has to put in a minimum of 50 hours a week for his job,
Wow.
yeah. And so he's
Yeah.
exhausted. And so it's hard to ask him to help me. I don't So when you have at least that one other person is your production team. We don't
I help my husband. So
You help
he
him.
just started too. He's a big gamer. So I was like,
Oh,
just
yes.
put it out there. Just put it out there. So but
Jorgelina,
he's
the
so
gaming
good.
industry, industry or the gaming thing, that is like, bam, that is a huge thing right now.
Yeah.
I have gamers because of the lives and how I do how because I'm doing the lives on the YouTube platform. I have gamers who follow me and like I got one the other day. I'm so sorry, I forgot who it was. He goes, "Hey, you're doing good. I see your numbers came on. I'll check back in later." He just subscribed
Yeah.
to me. I subscribed to him, and I'll go to his content every once in a while, and I'm like, "Oh, my grandson will like that," kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's like he blew up just quick. And he's got like 5 videos, but because they're gaming,
Yeah.
he's already over the like he's almost a thousand. He's almost to 2,000 because it was 1,040 something, I think, when I saw, and I'm like,
Wow. Yeah.
start gaming, gonna start gaming.
That's what I should do, right? We should just start gaming with each other.
Exactly.
Start
What game?
handbagging.
What game? This bag for this bag, and clicking on
Yeah.
this, click on that. So when you wanted to pivot because it was a chore and you were wanting to do something fun, was it immediately you knew you wanted to do luxury community thingy, or that fell into it because that's what you like, or how did it land there?
Oh no, actually, I don't even know. I started a friendship with Candy from Candy Sweet Love for LV.
Hi, Candy.
I know. Hi. She was, in her business. I mean, I've been following all of you guys for so long, and I would chat with her even before I had decided to pivot. And one time she was just talking about it. She's like, "Why don't you?" She's like, "I would want to see your collection." That's what she was telling me, and I'm like, "Oh, it's not, it's nothing that big or anything like that." And then she's like, "You just start a channel, just do it." And I was like, "Okay." And then
Okay.
that's just how it happened. I was at a hotel room during a teacher conference, and I was just like, "I'm just gonna post my first video," and I did. And then, but I mean, I had
So
been around in all your lives and stuff for a while, so
gotcha. So it evolved itself from what you were watching and you were liking. It just kind of was a natural thing. Yeah.
yeah,
And that's very, very similar with the same people of how I started my channel. I mean, um Yota Style was the one who
hmm
gave me
I love
that
her.
call. Like
Yeah,
Candy Sweet Love for LV gave you the call. Yota gave me that call, and I was like, I've only posted one thing on Instagram and you're telling me to start a YouTube channel, please. I have nothing that's luxury, And but Candy, I would not be on if Candy wasn't instrumental. She said it. I told her, okay, I'm gonna do it. She goes, okay, here's my phone number. Give me your phone number. I'm gonna call you. And pretty soon I'm getting a call from this lady. I'm giving her my number. I'm like, what if she's a
what?
serial killer or something? My husband goes, just be ready to block if you need a blocker. And so she's giving me information and I'm getting my notepad, writing it down. And she did for me what I am passing on to everybody else, where she said, do
Yeah.
A, B, C, and D. I don't know much, but then do this and try to do this. And I mean, and we went on there. It was like maybe a 15-minute conversation as far as the technical stuff. And it was her talking and me frantically writing, you know. And then after that, it was like, hey, I read, how are you doing? What are you doing? Kind of what is, talked about all the other stuff, talked about fun stuff, talked about where I lived, all that kind of stuff, you know. Uh, but but yeah, it's like that is what I find the beauty of the YouTube world niche, whatever it is that community we find ourselves in. And which is why I started the lives, why I like to give information or whatever, is because these people didn't know me from Adam.
Yeah.
Candy didn't know, Candy's the one who held my hand, So I know that Cass from 5 Foot Nothing, she says, well, Gina's the one who held. I was like, I'm passing that forward because Candy held my hand. And so if I can do that for you, then I'll do that. And then someday when Cass is ready, she can do that for somebody else,
Yeah.
and I just think that is better than trying to find those stupid YouTube videos.
I have so many questions still like that show up all the time. I
Yeah.
know I've told you like sometimes it just like it feels a little daunting to put yourself out there, and then it's not, I mean, I don't expect instant gratification or anything like that. I know it takes time and it could be years. But yeah, I mean, I'm just excited that I've been consistent and I've posted every week at least 2 videos, and I have one scheduled already for next week.
You're doing
um,
great. You're doing great.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
So
Candy actually, I mean, we did if y'all aren't aware, I was in a collab with Candy and Jorgelina early on. I think it would maybe might have been her second or third video maybe.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it was a very fun one. And she had come up with the subject and everything. And we actually need to do part two because I'm ready to film
yeah,
part two. I'm ready to film part two. Candy may not, but you and I can do it.
yeah. Mhm.
Candy has her hands full right now with her resale business, but let's go in and check the chats and see who's here. Dee Dee, you know my question. Okay, babe. I will ask your question, Melissa, and give me half a second. Um,
Oh, that I'm
Andrea
worried.
says, me and the hubs actually saw a projector thrifting the other day. Talk about old school. Yeah, you should have
I have a
bought it.
projector in front of me. I
Yeah.
mean, this my wall right here. I have a projector, like my projector screen that comes down. I can't reach it. But
Someday you need to do that. Incorporate
yeah.
that into one of your handbag videos, and we can
Well,
do
that's what
that.
I just like when I'm working, because my computer is over here,
Uh
like
huh.
for working. So I will just have, and I take turns. So I'll just put it in here, and then I'll have on the background one of your videos, like just one of
Uh,
the content creators.
one of the
One day
content
I'll do
creator
Dee Dee,
videos.
the next
Yeah.
day I'll do Cami, then
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I just have yours playing in the background.
Cool. I do the same too. They'll do the same too. Let's see. Hi, Jeanette. Welcome in. Welcome in. Uh, La Vida with Kim. How you doing? I think I said hello, but she says doing educational videos is hard. Yeah, it is very hard. Very hard.
I love Kim.
She's
Oh,
great,
I
isn't
love her.
she? I
She
wish she
knows
would
it.
sell her stuff.
Uh,
Um, okay, so we're gonna go to the question because Marilla says, I know the question you want to ask too. Um, she has her question is about numbers. Do you know how many handbags you have? How many bags you have?
mhm.
And I knew
We're
you
gonna
would
tell me
know
how many to
because
have.
you have the same spread. Well, not you have a spreadsheet.
Yeah,
Melissa also operates off of a spreadsheet.
yeah. I have
Yeah,
30,
you have 30 bags,
30 bags.
even with the ones that you just brought in and everything.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay, I
Some go
thought you
out,
might
some come in. Huh?
have. So she has 30, Melissa.
30. And I mean, I don't count all. I know I did a video not too long ago about like the non-Lux bags that I use all the time.
Yeah.
Those are uncounted in there. I do have
Oh.
a big collection, which I
Okay,
don't have a
see,
number for.
then you're not counting right.
No,
That's
no,
why
but
I don't
I mean
count.
of the like the tote. You know what I'm talking about? The tote bags that are just
Yeah,
like cloth.
yeah, yeah.
I have a collection of those too because I enjoy like I'm a
Right.
big like fandom girl. Like I love Harry Potter. I love Supernatural. I love Disney. So I like those cloth bags too
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
everyday stuff. So
But
I
what
have
you
but I
consider
don't count that.
yeah, what you consider luxury is 30 bags, like
30. And that
the
includes like Coach, my Marc Jacobs, like everything like that. I have
all
30.
that stuff, yeah. Yeah. And I think I guess like for me too, because I dabble in an array of stuff. It's and then my like luxury items like the LV or whatever, they're all pre-loved. Everything I thrift pretty much I would say 95% of my items are thrifted and are all pre-loved and stuff. So that's
Yeah.
why it's like that's why she's been dying to know my number because and I told her I said I'd probably take me too long to count. Probably
Yeah.
take me too long to count.
I mean, I don't know.
Let's see.
Now I'm like second guessing. Maybe I have a few more that I never put in the spreadsheet. I'm not sure.
Well, and see,
But
because
it's
your focus,
definitely around there.
you'll see your focus right now, though, in your spreadsheet. So, in case y'all are wondering, Jorgelina has a spreadsheet, and she gives it she gives it away for free. She has it linked somewhere in her channel. So,
Yeah, it's one of my videos.
go over and find her video and it'll help you but you concentrate and so does I think Melissa some but you concentrate on the that whole ratio of what's it called cost per
Cost per
wear
wear.
all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff and see I dabble in the cost per look.
I know.
Sometimes I
You
look
said
at
that
that
on one of the
baby.
previous lives. Yeah. I that to me has a lot of weight in the like ultimately in the decision that I would make. But
Right.
I decided on the cost per wear to guide me into when I add another luxe piece.
Right.
So
Yeah.
because I it did get away from me. Like I, in my mind, like I think from the 30 bags that I'm counting, 20 are Louis Vuitton. And that
Yeah.
is an insane amount
And
of
did that
money.
come quick? Did that come quick? Like, was that a quick accumulation
My
or
first bag was in 2017,
okay.
so not that fast, but but I mean a couple a year. And
Now, right, right,
it's like oh, I needed to have the next thing. I wanted, I had to have the next one. And I would watch the videos and I would get swayed and I would go and I would purchase. And my goal now, I set that goal for cost per wear because my Marc Jacobs, my Le Pliage like little backpack, I wear them so much that it's like that cost per wear also matters. It's so much lower. It
right,
brings me the same amount of joy. Like I
right.
love dressing them up just as much. And then I feel guilty for not wearing the Louis Vuitton ones that I
Yeah,
spend so much money
right,
on. So
right.
I think it's just eye opening to see how much
Yeah.
better deal I get off of the cheaper bags. And it lets me not be swayed by the next awesome one that I see
Yeah.
on YouTube.
And well, and see, and that's a difference too that I have to realize. Well, and I do realize it, but for the replay beauties and the people out there, is that
Yeah.
the kind of the difference too than my channel and like your channel, and as far as what you purchase is that. And I think I was having this. I was having this conversation with somebody. I'm like, it's like on a normal basis, on a normal daily basis, I'm dealing in the 30 to $100 comfortable range that would be a quick kind of a quick buy where are no thinkers, where see it, like it, buy it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where y'all are dealing in, 1,000, 2,000 and above prices, and I know that I know, and this is a big thing, is that um it's like, oh, well, yes, I could sell off all these little ones, or little ones in the aspects of the price points or whatever, and get that one big 2,000, $3,000 one, you know but it's not who I am, it's not how my brain works. And it's like, I don't know, like you said, a brand new bag, if I could use a brand new luxury, high end, let's say high end
Yeah.
luxury, because they're all luxury, high end luxury bag. It would be a little bit harder for me to use. I'm all for use your bags, but in reality is if I get a pristine brand new 2,000, $3,000 bag, it's like I'm gonna want to wear it, but I would be
Yeah.
devastated if something happened to it, and
And
so
that's
I can
happened to
understand.
me.
It
And it's
did.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Like,
happened?
so my very first bag, I got married in 2017. To we'd been together for a long time, but we got married in 2017. And right before we got married, he bought me my first Louis Vuitton bag. It was kind of like a wedding present type of thing. We'd been engaged for a while, but anyway, it was in 2017, and I wore that bag every day for like a year and a half. And then we got a kitten in 2020, and it was sitting on the top. It was our first cat, and she nibbled on the side, and it has those love marks on it. A bag that I would never get rid of because it has so much sentimental value.
Yeah.
Um, that was my first one. And then I have my Louis Vuitton Never Full, the denim one. I had made empanadas. I had made spinach and cheese empanadas, and I
Oh,
had them sitting in my seat. I went to my mother-in-law's. I dropped them off. One of my nieces loves them, and I didn't realize that they had like the juice had spilled
juice.
on my
Yeah.
seat. This was a car. I don't have that car anymore, but I had cloth seats and I didn't realize. And I put my bag right in it on the way home. And when I got home, the entire bottom of my bag was green.
Uh,
I got it off. I got it cleaned off. But it's just that I don't know. It just like it's like your your soul leaves your body for a little bit, and you're like, there
and
goes
then
two
all you
thousand
see is
dollars.
these dollar signs flying, and then
Yeah,
you're like, what? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Let's see. Hi, Gina Cook. Welcome in. Gina's from New York. Hi, Denise and Jubilee. Denise, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Jeanette says, I have three Marc Jacobs
My
totes.
crazy.
They're great. Gina. Let's see. I have to go to the pharmacy. Y'all have a great day. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Craig. I greatly appreciate it. Have a safe drive. Melissa's here, so she'll cover for you. I hope. Thank you very much. Cammy says good night, working boy. Uh, yeah, and I go back and forth because okay, I'm trying to think what is my I guess my most brand new expensive bag to me would be like my Marc Jacobs, the denim tote,
Yeah,
or yeah, because that one, yes, because this one is from the website, the boutique,
yeah,
directly from the website. It wasn't pre-loved, it wasn't, from a reseller or anything like that. And then of course my Doonies, my I do have some, but my Doonies though, I only buy them on sale. I have not purchased one full price yet that I know of. Maybe
yeah,
one, maybe one, and that was, like, in the $400 range as well too, and that one is that one
yeah.
still sit there, and I'm afraid to use it, yeah. Because $400 or $4,000
Mhm.
to me, it's, like, the same, but I try not to live in that world of not wanting to use them because of that purpose,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
everything, but I understand, I understand, I'm sure everybody understands too. Um so you did the luxury Candy invited you to start a channel, and so we did talk kind of early on a little bit about how because part of the other question is how are you doing? How is it happening? I know initially you lost a lot of subscribers,
Mhm.
so can you talk a little bit about that, and what have you done to kind of try to remedy that and keep them in place, but yet start with the new group.
Yeah, so my original subscribers when I started, I think I had almost 900. So I was pretty close to, and I had when I had my channel at first, when it was all teaching content, my I didn't have that many videos, but in like a couple days I had the hours. Like I have one video that has over 30,000 views. And those videos, because you're teaching
Right.
something, people have to watch the whole thing because they're doing
Right.
it with you, right? And then they go back and rewatch pieces. They go back and rewatch. So it had like really awesome numbers, right? Like it was over 100% average watch, and it's like an hour long video. So I had hit those hours like it was nothing.
Quick. Yeah.
So, but then I got just kind of disheartened at the well, there's a lot that went in there because I also had decided to stop teaching for a little bit, but that didn't last very long. I went right back in. But I was just dealing with a lot of like mental issues, depression, stuff like that. So I left teaching for a solid 3 months. I don't know. I don't know how long I was
A
away, but
solid
I
three
missed it
months.
really. I went right back in. But during that time I stopped. I didn't want anything to do with it. It was creating a lot of just like anxiety.
Yeah.
And then when I posted my first handbag video, it was like my numbers went so I just it's like all the teachers were like, handbags, peace,
Are you
and
crazy?
yeah, who are you? Math teacher, and you're gonna spend $2,000 on a handbag? Are you
That's
insane?
exactly what I was thinking. The numbers are going the wrong way.
Yeah, like the math does not math.
Does not
Um,
compute.
yeah. So I lost a lot, but then I decided like I don't know, it was like weird because I felt a little like betrayed in some like a piece of me, because
Yeah.
I gave away so much time and so many activities like that took me hours and hours and hours to make, and they're still on Facebook. Like that's where they came, so it felt like, wow, you're gonna like jump ship, even though like I helped, like through the pandemic, I had teachers emailing me like, hey, can you make me this activity, like maybe somebody that taught, I don't know, chemistry or something. So they would send me a number of questions and I would create a digital activity for them, and in a couple of hours, so I just kind of it felt yucky.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
but then at the
Completely
same time,
understand.
yeah, but at the same time, I understood. It's like you're here for teacher content. Like you don't want to have these like handbags where you don't relate to, especially if you're a man, right? That is not into
Yeah.
this at all, at all, at all.
Right. Right.
So what I did is I started the weekly lives for teachers, and I slowly now the numbers have been going up again.
Brilliant,
And
brilliant. Way to hold
yeah,
on to your base. Way to hold on to your base. Way to give them something. Also keep your hand in the pot and still keep you active because you never know. You know you might need to pivot that way or something may happen. So great solution to the problem. I mean, great problem solving skills, Jorgelina. I was so happy to hear that when you had your first one. I think I jumped on at the very tail end of the very first one
yeah.
you did, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" But then I realized what it was and what you were doing, and I try to go watch them or just at least do the clicks or whatever.
Yeah.
But those are doing fine for you in that group, so that's great.
Yeah, and
So
there's
that
people that
keeps
come
them.
back, and watch them
Yeah.
later again because
Yeah.
I still share the like when I'm done with the activity, I'm making an activity that I could use in my own classroom,
Right.
and then I share it for free. But if they need to add a different style of question in there, they can follow my instructions and make it for their own class. So uh,
Brilliant. Brilliant.
yeah, so I
I
feel
mean,
like if
yeah.
you don't want to make your own, you still get it at the end. So I'm sure there's people that jump in,
Yeah.
download. That's fine, right? I feel like more students benefit from it, and I'm happy
Yeah,
with that.
right, you're still
Yeah,
helping the students, you're still helping the teaching
yeah,
world, and it still affects your numbers positively anyway by doing that because it shows activity on your channel, regardless
yeah,
of it's a handbag activity or if it's a teacher activity, it's still showing
yeah.
activity, which is helpful. So did that help? So has that because that's been 3 weeks now, I think, right, that you've done
5.
that? Oh,
I've gone,
5.
yeah,
Oh,
5
that's
now.
right. I
Yeah,
was gone for 2 weeks. I was in La La Land for two
you
weeks.
didn't count
Sorry.
them.
But yeah, so that's been going well. Did that make help settle your soul a little bit?
It did.
Settle a
Yeah,
few
it
things?
did.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And again, live, not a lot happens. But the thing with those videos, with the teacher videos that I didn't like, it's that I'm already doing all these techie things, explaining formulas, how to do a drop down, how to do this, how to do that. And then I had to go back and edit it so that it's like and that took so
Oh,
long
yes,
because it's
yes.
like 2 hours and then I have
Right.
to shrink it to 20 minutes or something.
So
So now
now you just do the full thing live and it is what it is.
yeah,
Brilliant. So
you can fast forward if you need it. Yeah.
yes, your exertion level as far as what you're putting out there is minimal compared to what you were doing
Yeah.
before. They're getting what they need in your essence too. Brilliant, brilliant. I love problem solving. I love that. We can give ourselves a pity party. I give you 5 minutes, give yourself a pity party, and then come back on. But I think that's
Yeah.
great. I was great. I was just talking to Birkin Boy. We were talking about pity parties, and I said, I'll give you 5 minutes and then we'll move on. But
Yeah.
I love that because that's all part of the, you know, being ingenious with and I'm probably not using the same words, the right words, brain fog, but you're using your skills in a
Yeah.
positive way instead of staying in the negative, which you could have,
Well, I was
and
ready to like when the numbers started going down, I was
you
like,
were
oh,
ready to
screw
quit.
this.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know.
and
I know
and
you were. I
yeah,
could hear it in your language as you were talking. I was like, no, no, no.
I
Just give it
remember you're like,
time.
stop
Give it time.
apologizing.
Give it time. Give it time. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Hey, Rail, I see you. Apple Blonde, welcome in. How you doing? Ivy from Kindness Matters, welcome in. Does anybody have any specific questions for Jorgelina in regarding either aspects, luxury or teaching? Um, um, um,
Ask
how
away,
she's
ask
doing?
away.
Excuse me.
I'm like, ask away, ask away.
Ask away, ask away. Let's see. Jackie says, "Do you know 20 years I have never bought a Dooney at list price?"
Mm,
Okay, bragging
I
Jackie.
really want to find that first Dooney I ever owned.
Oh,
I
are
want
you
to
still
find that.
hunting for that? Send me a picture. I'll help you hunt. We'll help you hunt.
Okay,
I'm
I have
I
to
it
find
was
it.
Yeah, Jackie, it was a satchel that was like I had already missed on the sale twice. So I couldn't anymore. Sorry, I have family over, so I was like, "Are we screaming? Are screaming happy thoughts, or are we screaming scary thoughts?" But they're enjoying themselves out there. Um, what is your filming schedule for teachers? Ivy would like to know.
So I right now, Ivy, I don't have like a set schedule. I do go once a week though. So it just because I want to continue to fit them in even while I'm working and teaching. I do just announce the next one during that live. So I try, because family live, I have to make sure that I'm realistic of when I can sit for like an extended period of time.
Right.
So right now over the summer, they've either been Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I stick to the weekends. Um, and I don't know where that will take me during the school year, but I do want to keep them up. Yeah, so my next one is Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific.
She
That's
says,
my next one.
"That's nice, Jorgelina. She's a teacher too. It's awesome to collaborate. I will check out your lives. Awesome. Also,
Yes.
too, Ivy. So if you're going for the, you dabble in both ends of it, so you'll
Hmm.
enjoy all of her content. But you can go and search. I think she has it in a playlist as well too.
Hmm.
So
The
you
lives
can
are in a
go in
playlist. Yeah.
in the playlist, and she has brilliant. She tells you where their Facebook group is and all that kind of stuff. She has all. She's extremely organized, extremely organized. So definitely hop over there to do that. To check that out. And thank you for that. Once again, Being Beauties and Replay Beauties, if you have not checked out Jorgelina's channel. For the chats, I have her pinned above for her channel, and later for the replay crew, I will have her in the description box for y'all to go in there.
I just saw kind
Um,
of so early, the 8th.
we go back August the oh wow.
So
Is
early.
that actually a teaching or is that just back to the office per se? I
Yeah,
know.
I'm not sure. Rael, I see a question. What grade do I
Okay.
teach? So this year, when I start, for the first time, I'm going to teach seventh grade math. I'm actually kind of nervous about it because I'm going to be the lead for that. And this is just, I'm going into my second full year at this school. So I switched and I'm teaching at a virtual school. But I feel very like welcomed by
Good.
this school because I bring a lot of skills into it, and they're just like embracing everything I'm bringing in. So I'm going to be leading the seventh grade team. But before that, when I taught in person, I taught high school math. So I was the only AP statistics teacher
Wow.
at the high school, and I taught algebra 2. I've taught all the maths in high school.
My downfall,
And
algebra 2, my downfall.
oh, it's
I
one of
failed
my
that. I
favorites.
failed that.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
I
it.
cursed it. I cursed it because the problem is you're supposed to do each step, right? Label each step. At least that's how my high school teacher was, and I failed it by 69.4. She would not
Oh,
give me that. I was like, you're a math teacher. Um,
yeah,
but because I would be able to do part of it in my head. How I got the answer, I don't know. I'm not the type of person that can tell you how I did it. I did it. I mean, I'm clearly, I told her, I said, I'm not cheating. If you think I'm cheating, I'll sit
yeah,
right here. She goes, no, it's not that. Is that you have to show your work. You have to do it. I'm going, I can't show you my brain.
yeah. I don't
And
teach that way. So
yeah,
I am a big push forward. Because I'm also one of the ELD coordinators. Oh, I think you. Does she? I don't know if she can still hear me. Can you guys still hear me? I see the chat. Oh no, we lost. I think we lost you for a little bit, or you
can you hear
lost me. Maybe
can you
Anka.
hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
You're
All
frozen
right.
though.
Yeah, they're now just losing me. They're now just losing me. I am frozen on my screen. I see I'm frozen. It's starting to rain over here. That's why they were screaming.
Oh man.
So my picture's back, but as long as you can hear me, we'll keep going. Not a problem at all.
Okay. But
Um,
I was just saying that's not how I teach. I am also the EL coordinator, the EL lead, which is for English language learners, which I'm very passionate about as well because I came to the United States not knowing English and I learned
right.
through my educational journey. And I think it's really important to allow students to show off their skills in any way that they can. So I'm a big push forward for that. So if you can sit there and you can tell me how you would go about solving a problem, to me that's the same, right? I mean,
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect. So why did you choose the word journey? I mean, it's great. It flows very well to Jorge Helena's journey. Is there more that you want to tell us with the title of your channel?
I think it's just because I wanted something that that I can shift with, right? Like my journey changes. Everyone's
Right.
does. You're not ever on the same one. And it just, well, I mean, you're always on the same journey, even if it pivots, you know? So it's like, where does my journey is going to take me next? Like right now, I feel like I am going away from Louis Vuitton and these high ticket items. And my journey is taking me more towards wearing
Conte-
and using things that I love and I enjoy more than a brand.
right.
And then maybe that'll change. Maybe I'll go back into liking something else later. I don't know.
Yeah,
So just
it ebbs and
come along the
flows,
ride.
yeah, so there's definitely that. Hi, Happiness Sparkles, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I'm frozen, but y'all can hear me, right? In the chats, can you hear me? Let me see. Can you hear me?
We can hear
Um,
you.
okay, good.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so did they say they could hear me? I know you can, but I don't know if they can.
Yeah, Marilla says yes.
Okay, yay.
I'm
Thank you,
looking at
Morella.
that.
Thank you so much. And I am in the living room, like 2 feet from my modem, so who knows? Well, it's raining. It's raining, so that's why. Okay, so what was I saying? Okay, so you were saying that the journey that you because it's all a journey and it doesn't matter where you're gonna go,
Yeah.
that's still your journey. So, what is your favorite?
Oh no, you cut off again. What is your favorite? Is the last thing I heard. While I wait to see if she comes back, hopefully you can hear me. But I was seeing that Monica, um, that you teach special ed, which is amazing. I was always that teacher, even in algebra two, where I had a joint class. I had a teacher aide there with me, because I think everybody needs to have equal access to education, and I love being the teacher that can offer that.
Good job. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good. You're awesome. I heard you the whole time. I didn't lose
Oh,
you at all. And
good.
I'm like, yes, I love you. I love you. I don't how you just definitely know how to do this. Um, but now I lost my train of thought.
You were
um,
saying, you were asking a question and then it cut off right before.
oh, okay. So what is your favorite, like your favorite thing about bags? You like handbags, like it doesn't matter which one, but what is your favorite thing about having them in your life?
Honestly, and I mean, I don't know. To me, I talked a little bit about like depression and all that. I've always struggled with weight issues my whole life, and they always fit. You know, it's like I don't have to worry about whether or not the bag's gonna fit.
Gotcha.
So
That's why I love earrings, because earrings
that
will fit
too,
you no
yeah,
matter what. Yeah, that's
yeah.
exactly why I love earrings.
But
Oh,
they
oh,
make me feel really good.
I'm back. My picture's not back, but I am here, and I think y'all can hear me. Um, Monica says thank you for teaching special education for 20 years. She's been teaching. Wait, thank you. Have been teaching special education for 20 years. She's been
Oh my God,
teaching.
definitely check out the teaching side of my channel.
Yeah.
Because the activities that I make are self-checking, uh, are kids that like my kids that were in any kind of special ed track, right? IEPs, 504s, they like them because they know whether or not their answer is correct. So it kind of helps them determine when they get something wrong where to ask, right? A lot of the times that's what they're afraid of.
Right.
So it and for me as a teacher, where I'd be walking around looking at their work, I could see very clearly when someone was stuck. So I can very, discreetly go and talk to them and let them know, like, hey, I see you're struggling with this question, because I could see that it wasn't correct on my screen while I was walking around. So
So
yeah.
when you're creating your handbag videos or your luxury videos, whatever it may be, because it's not all just handbags. She did one today. The one today was about her planner and planning, and she had a little oopsie. I've had that same oopsie. If you want to know what it is, go watch the video. But when you're doing that for enjoyment
Mhm.
purposes, when you're creating those videos, because your teacher aspect will creep in anywhere. What bugs you about the teacher side of you that creeps into when you're trying to do your?
When I'm trying to do my handbag videos, it's the fact that nothing fits properly in some of my bags. I want consistency. I want to carry the same stuff all the time, darn it. And I my cats. Because some of my bags are this big and then some of my bags are huge. But that's what bugs me the most. I want to be consistent. I want to be neat in my work, and it's impossible with with my
Right.
handbags.
Yeah, because you're dealing with different creatures. Each one is
Yeah,
different. Yeah.
yeah.
I do love tell us a little bit about like how many bags do you carry when you're having to work because are you still going to be going to the hotels and working? Is that what you're going to be doing this time?
Oh, so no, I actually mostly work from home. So
Okay.
mostly work from home, but we have state testing. I know every state does it. In California, though, this year is going to be the first time that they actually allow us to do state testing online for virtual schools. So that might even change. But as of this previous year, state testing had to be done in person. So we would go and administer those tests in different
Oh,
hotels for our
gotcha.
students.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we do I at my office, like our district office is very very close to my house, and a lot of my team is here in Southern California, so we do meet at the office from time to time. And I carry my whatever purse I'm using, I bring it with me. And then I have the Marc Jacobs the tote bag where I have all my teaching stuff, like travel teaching stuff in. Yeah, I love pens. I carry a lot of pens with me all the time. I now have 3 planners. I had 2, now I have 3 because I wanted a YouTube one, but I have a teaching and a personal one that always go with me. Yeah, but I mean, carry a ton of stuff for teaching because I'm like, I'm like a Boy Scout. Always be prepared.
That's
Um,
a Girl Scout. Can
yeah,
you can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay, perfect. What is your favorite size Marc Jacobs bag, and what's your favorite size, and which one is your favorite?
Oh, I right now it's the little crossbody one because before Marc Jacobs was exclusively for work.
Ah,
Like I
okay.
didn't really use them as handbags. I've had two of like they're the small ones, but it's actually like a medium. But now I've been getting like the denim one that we are twins of. It's back here. This is my favorite
Yay.
size right now.
Oh, I love that one. Love
Yeah.
that one.
I just got a second one in green with the crystals. So yeah, that one's somewhere up there. But yeah,
Nice.
this is definitely my favorite. I'm not sure what size it is because sometimes it's called a mini, sometimes it's called a small, and now it's called a crossbody. So I don't know. I don't know what size this is, but
Yeah,
this
it's
it's this
it's
one.
the small. It's the small because it
Yeah.
used to be a mini. So now in from here, like from it was like mid year. It turned into a small. You had a mini.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying I just like just last the week before, 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, I bought the green one and it's the same size, but on the website it's called the crossbody. Like it's
Huh.
not small, medium, large anymore. It's just the crossbody.
Oh, you know what? They're driving me crazy.
Yeah,
All
they're
right,
doing the same
Jorgelina,
thing.
we have
Yeah.
hit the hour mark. If you can believe it or not, I can't
Oh
believe
my
it.
God, we're
I
past
know.
it.
I know. I'm like, I cannot believe it. So tell us what you have coming up on your channel, and how we can find you, and then you can say goodbye, and then you can X out and hang out in the chats, and then if they still can hear me, I'll close out our live.
Awesome. Well, Jorgelina's.journey. I'm on Instagram as well. Right now, I have a giveaway. So check it out. There's not that many entries. I'm giving away 2 Stanley Cups. They're pretty cool. They're both special edition. That video went up this past Tuesday. The word that you have to write in a sentence is math because that's what I teach. And really just working towards getting those hours that I need, those watch hours. So if you want to watch a whole video, that would be super helpful. And next week I have a tag video by Lo Yeye. It was her tag video on one and not done. So brands that I only have one bag of that I'm not done with it or that I would like to purchase more of that brand. And that's it. That's all I have recorded at this time.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It
Thank you very much. All right, Jorgelina, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you so much for being a great
was a
guest.
pleasure.
No
Thank you so much for
problem.
having me. This was
You're
exciting.
welcome. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Okay. Can y'all hear me, Chas? All right, I'm gonna go off the assumption that y'all can hear me, hopefully. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for all those who came in. I'm gonna try to make this quick because it is raining here, so that is why we're gonna lose the Wi-Fi. Um, thank you so much for bearing with me through this illness. Hopefully next week I'll be that much better. Let me tell you who we have coming up next week. Next week is the last week in August. I mean August, excuse me, July. We have Coach Jean at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, I messed up again. I thought I had him scheduled for 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, but no, he's at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday, July the 31st. And then August the 1st, we have I'm sorry, Jolie's Simple Opinion, right? My Simple Opinion. I'm sorry, Jolie, my brain is not working. She is at 3 p.m. on Thursday. So, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Don't forget to replay crew. Send Jorgelina some love. You can find her in the description box. And thank you everybody for being here. Love y'all. Everybody for being here. Love you, Bean Beauties.